Hi, my name is Sally, and I guess I'm still here to tell the story because I'm Noah's newest daughter-in-law. It all started one day after school. I was getting a ride home with my boyfriend, Jeff. He's a senior this year. I guess we've been together 3 months? Ever since he asked me to homecoming. Anyway, it's pretty convenient because we're next door neighbors. So we pulled into his driveway, and that's when we see it. Whoa, what's that in your yard?
Oh my gosh, he did it.
He did what? Who did what?
My dad. He did it. He sold that camper for that.
A pile of wood?
A humongous pile of gopher wood. He has totally lost it.
Jeff, what's going on?
I've been meaning to tell you. My dad is nuts. He quit his job yesterday.
Quit his job? Why?
Because he's building a boat. This ginormous boat the size of an aircraft carrier.
What?
He tried to get a building permit from the city, but they wouldn't give him one. They think he's crazy. So, he's building it anyway.
Why?
You don't want to know.
Try me. Why?
'Cause God told him to.
Well, that's how it all started, and it just got weirder and weirder since then. A couple of days later, on Saturday morning, I was trying to sleep in, but there was so much hammering and sawing going on next door that I had to get up. Some of the neighbors came out to complain.
Noah, will you stop for a minute? Now look, what monastery of yours is eyesore? This neighborhood's bylaws say that it has to go. Do you want us to call the cops?
No, don't do that. There's no need for that. My boat won't be here much longer. Maybe another 2 weeks. That's all.
And exactly where is your boat going? You're in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Noah. It's 1,000 miles in any direction to the ocean, and there isn't a truck big enough to haul that thing even 5 feet. Good Lord, man, that boat won't even fit down our street, and it'll never float.
God will find a way.
Over my dead body?
I'm afraid so. I'm sorry to say that is the plan.
The neighbors were so mad. They called him names. They threw garbage at the boat. They even called the police. I felt so sorry for Jeff. It got so bad that he stopped going to school. After school, I saw him working on the top deck with his 2 brothers, Sean and Harry. And so I talked to him out of my parents' bedroom window.
Hey, Sally.
Jeff, you weren't at school today. What are you doing?
Helping my dad. We gotta get this boat seaworthy. Fast.
I'm really sorry about everyone making fun of you at school.
Yeah, boat boy and ship dip was getting old. But Dad said I didn't have to go anymore. So, here I am.
I can't believe your parents are letting you quit school for this stupid boat.
Well, my mom wasn't too keen about the idea. You should have heard her last night.
Noah, it's bad enough that you've lost your pension, squandered every penny we own, and made us the laughingstock of all over town. But now you're ruining our son's own future and taking him down with you.
Wow, she was really mad.
Dad's on a 2-week leash. After that, our health insurance runs out and Mom is taking over.
Well, it's about time someone had sense enough to stop this crazy... What is that smell?
Oh, that's the animals.
Animals?
Yeah, my brother Sean is collecting animals. 2 of every kind he can get. Check out the UPS truck over there. Hey Sean, what's being delivered today?
We've got 107 varieties of beetles, several small rodents, a pair of alpine newts, a male Arctic hare, and a pair of pygmy rattlesnakes.
So, how do you tell a male rattlesnake from a female rattlesnake?
Very carefully, little brother. Very carefully.
I'm sure glad Sean was studying to be a vet at Iowa State the last 2 years. He's definitely the right man for the job.
Is that what I think it is?
Yes, we have larger animals.
Jeff, I'm really getting scared for you. Your whole family has gone off the deep end, and they're taking you with them. Last week, you thought your dad was nuts, and now this week you're helping him? Why?
Well, I guess I believe him.
That God wants him to build this boat?
Yep.
That the world is going to be flooded and all life on Earth will be destroyed?
Yep. Except what's on the boat.
But Jeff, why would God choose your family out of all the people in the world? Come on.
God has to choose somebody. It happens all the time in the Bible.
Yeah, but that Bible stuff doesn't happen anymore. Not in real life.
Maybe it does. And we just miss it because we're too busy thinking we're in control of everything. It seems like we've written God out of the script way too often. And maybe that's why God has decided to flood the world. Just to remind us that He's still here and he's still calling the shots.
I just don't get it. You used to be so normal. Jeff just smiled and shook his head and went back to his work, and I went back to the kitchen to do my homework. It was 2 days later that Jeff texted me at school. He wanted me to come home right away and skip my last 2 classes. It was life and death, he said. So I went. And he was waiting for me by the mailbox, standing under a big red and white umbrella. It had been raining hard all yesterday and today, and the streets were full of water.
Thanks for coming, Sally. We haven't got much time, and there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
Well, it better be life and death, because I'm going to be in deep trouble when my parents hear about this. That's when he said it.
Sally, I've been thinking. I know this sounds crazy, but would you, marry me?
Jeff, you pulled me out of class for this? Stop kidding around, you jerk.
No, I'm serious. I've been thinking about this for a while now, and I don't want to get on this boat without you. If my dad's right, and I know that's a big if, but if he's right and I get on this boat tomorrow, I'll never see you again. And well, I can't live with that. So tomorrow, either we get on this boat together, or I'm staying here with you.
I had no idea what to say to him. It doesn't help to say that we're too young, or that we haven't known each other long enough, or that my parents wouldn't approve, or I'd miss my finals next week, or that I want a big wedding, or that he didn't want to get down on his knee to ask me, because if his father is right, none of that matters anymore, does it? All that matters is that he loves me, and I guess I love him. But is his father right? Does God still talk to people? Does God still expect us to listen to him? So there I was, standing in the rain, trying to figure all this out. I guess there comes a time when you have to decide what you believe and who you believe in. You make a choice and your life goes one way. You make a different choice and your life goes another way. I had to choose.
I don't mean to rush you, but as you can see from the water going in your front door, we don't have much time.
Okay.
Okay? What do you mean, okay? You mean okay, I'll give you an answer? Or, okay, is your answer?
I mean, yes. I will go with you on the boat, and yes, I will believe your crazy dad, and yes, I will marry you.
Whoa. That is the best, the weirdest, the most miraculous thing I ever heard. You want to shake on it?
No!
Me neither.
So, I chose Jeff. I'm not sure why, except that I believe that all this boat craziness was a kind of God craziness in the end. Isn't it true that nearly everybody in the Bible who took God seriously got laughed at and called crazy? So that night, I packed a bag. It was weird. I had to pick out clothes to get married in. I finally stuffed last year's prom dress in the bag and laid down on my bed for the last time. In the morning, there was a lake around my house. Our basement was full, and there was 4 feet of water on our first floor. I grabbed my bag and ran to my parents' bedroom. They were busy downstairs trying to keep the water out. I opened their window and saw Jeff on the top deck. The rain was coming even harder now. The boat was starting to creak and roll as it began to float free.
You've got to come aboard now, Sally. In another minute, it'll be too late. Catch.
He threw me a rope, which I actually caught on the 14th try. We both tied down our ends tight. Then I said goodbye to my house and my family and my life, and swung out the window on the rope. I went hand over hand along the rope until Jeff grabbed me through a porthole, and well, you know the end of the story. It rained until there was nothing left of our world except that boat. I don't know which was worse, the storm outside or the smell inside, but what seemed like forever, the rain stopped and we came to rest right here on Mount Trashmore. As soon as things dry out a bit, Dad wants to build an altar and give thanks to God for bringing us through. That sounds like a great idea. As long as we're going to start over, we might as well start right. God sure has. Just look at what he's painted the sky with today.